Welcome to the Lifting for Women Made Simple podcast. This show is dedicated to helping you achieve your health and fitness goals through lifting and sustainable solutions. So, whether you're tuning in for the first time or you're a loyal listener, get ready to learn, grow, and lift with us. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are talking about recommended exercise and how to actually get it in. So, it's no secret that exercise and movement is vital for our overall health and well-being, but with the increasing demands of life due to more busy schedules, more responsibilities, increased cost of living, more financial pressures to make ends meet, finding the time and motivation for exercise can seem impossible and even overwhelming. So, in this episode, we're going to talk about the exercise guidelines, what they are, and how you can start getting more exercise in to get closer to meeting these guidelines and start making improvements in your health. So, first things first, what are exercise guidelines? So, the exercise guidelines are as follow. They say that you should get 150 minutes to 300 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic exercise. And that sounds really daunting when you say the amount of minutes. So, in hours, that equates to 2.5 hours to 5 hours of moderate intensity aerobic exercise. Or you can get 75 to 150 minutes or 1 hour and 15 minutes to 2.5 hours of vigorous intensity aerobic exercise. So for the cardio, it's either or. And they also recommend that you do a minimum of 2 days per week of full body strength training. So now that we know what the exercise guidelines are, how many people are actually meeting these? So if you are listening, pause this for a second and think about the percentage of people you think are meeting these guidelines. So now let's actually talk about how many people are actually meeting them. So 1 in 20 adults currently meet the recommended physical activity guidelines that we just shared. So while reading that statistic, I also saw that men are more likely than women to meet both physical activity guidelines. So I think this is really important because women obviously need to be exercising more, not more than men, but as women, we should really prioritize exercising. But we really need to prioritize strength training and hit that guideline because as we age, we're going to experience inevitable hormonal changes, and the only way to offset those is to strength train. So a lot of the hormonal changes causes women to be more prone to fat gain due to decreased muscle mass, decreased bone mineral density, which leads to osteopenia, osteoporosis, so many things that are affected by these hormonal changes. And meeting these guidelines, specifically the strength training one, really helps to offset these changes and maintain your physical attributes in terms of muscle mass and bone density as you age. If you want to learn more about these changes in more detail and why strength training is critical for women, especially in terms of long-term health, check out the Lifting for Women 101 guide in the show notes, and you'll get a whole course, lifetime access to this information, especially as it's updated on a monthly basis. Back to the guidelines. So these are just recommendations, and in a perfect world, we would like to meet these, but getting as close as possible to these will drastically improve your health and quality of life. Even if you aren't meeting these exactly, increasing your exercise, getting as close as possible to meeting these is going to make a difference. And going to be fully transparent, I am not meeting all of these guidelines. I definitely meet the strength training guidelines because I love to lift. I'm very biased and partial to that. And I'm probably halfway on the aerobic exercise guideline. I don't get 150 minutes in of moderate intensity. Probably half of that I get in. And since I've been doing that, I have seen results that have nothing to do with aesthetics. So I've seen results in like the metrics that nobody really pays attention to, like your resting heart rate variability, my sleep, and also my recoverability between sets and also between sessions of weightlifting. So that's been pretty cool. So definitely, I'm not meeting them, but I'm still getting health benefits by increasing how much I am doing. The goal is to eventually meet them, but right now, starting small, building upon that. And I encourage you guys to do the same. So let's talk about some ways that you can start making progress toward these guidelines and eventually hope to hit them. So, number one, really focus on rewarding yourself instead of depriving yourself of the things you actually enjoy. I started with this one first because whenever someone talks about being healthy, exercising, and fitness, they automatically think that you have to be this boring person, not do certain things, completely eliminate things that are deemed unhealthy from your life, and just be a robot. And that's not true at all. You could definitely be healthy and still have things in moderation. So, allowing yourself to still enjoy things instead of depriving yourself of them is going to allow you to be at this for a long time. There's a lot of people who try to deprive themselves of the things they actually enjoy and end up just reverting back to their old habits because they feel it's too difficult. So if you want to actually sustain your routine and make long-term improvements, the best way to do that is to reward yourself here and there instead of completely depriving yourself. It'll make things a lot more doable and also a lot more enjoyable. Next, find an exercise that you actually like because, like I said before, you're going to have to be consistent in order to get results and see improvements in your health. You're not going to just do something for a couple weeks or a couple months and get results. Like, you're going to have to stick to it. You may get results. I'm not saying you won't get results. You may get results, but you're not going to be able to keep those results. And I'm pretty sure we don't just want to get results and lose them. We want to keep them. So consistency is going to allow you to do that. And it's going to be really hard to be consistent doing things you don't like. So finding a type of exercise that you like is going to allow you to be consistent, and that's going to allow you to get results and actually keep your results. And that's what we all want. And speaking of the type of exercise, so when it comes to aerobic exercise or cardio, it doesn't have to be this dreadful thing that most people make it out to be. You don't have to be gasping for air and about to pass out and seeing stars. You don't have to do that in order to get your cardio in. You can do simple walks, riding a bike, elliptical, hiking. All this counts towards that aerobic exercise category. When it comes to lifting, there's also so many different styles to strength training and lifting. You just have to find the one that you like. This may take some trial and error, but I'm pretty sure if everybody gave it some effort, they would find the style of exercise that they like and they can be consistent with. Next, building off of consistency. You want to start small and then build from there. It's always going to be better to be consistent with small bouts of effort and action as opposed to trying to go from doing nothing to doing everything or doing being at zero to going to 100 too quick for a short period of time. So focus on small, consistent effort and then slowly, gradually increase how much you're doing over time. And that will allow you to be consistent and that'll allow you to do this for a long period of time. Because think about if you were to go from doing nothing to doing everything, you're likely going to get burnt out and then you're also going to be at risk for getting hurt. And that's also going to set you back, which we don't want. We want our progress to be pretty gradual, pretty linear as much as we can make it. So starting small and building from there allows you to give yourself the best shot to do that. Next, last thing is having a plan of exactly what you're going to do and when. A lot of people get overwhelmed when they exercise and when they go to the gym. And a lot of the reason for that is because they don't know exactly what they should be doing. So having a plan eliminates that confusion, eliminates that frustration and anxiety of not knowing what to do. And it allows you to get to your goal in a more streamlined process. Knowing when you're going to do it allows you to make more consistent progress because you're not going to make excuses of when you can work out and things like that. So having the plan is going to allow you to know exactly what you're going to do and know when you're going to do it so that you actually get it in. But if you just go through your week and not really know when you're going to do it, you're likely to just skip it because life is just going to happen and pass you by, and you're going to say you don't have time to exercise. You can start as small with 15 minutes. I have a 15-minute exercise program structure. I'll put it in the show notes for you guys to check it out. But it doesn't have to be this long, drawn out process, but just knowing exactly what you're going to do and when you're going to do it is going to be helpful for your long-term success. If you want a more structured way to hit these goals that actually fits into your lifestyle and your schedule, message me on social media or check out the replay of the masterclass I did a few months ago called The Blueprint to Crush Any and All Fitness Goals. It's going to take you through a comprehensive process of putting together a program, and it comes with associated workout templates. It is also a podcast episode, so I'll link both the link to get the templates in the show notes, and I'll also link the episode to the podcast so you guys can check it out. And if you're serious about taking your health and fitness to the next level, message me or fill out the form in the show notes to see what program option is best for you. With that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Lifting for Women Made Simple podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating and review, and I'll catch you in the next episode.